Hmm.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Joanne.
Joanne Condo. Oh, how's Joanne and Condo number one? They're both number one.
Service dog Kazana's not going to be with us tonight. She's going to some kind of a city meeting, some kind of community thing that they're kind of arguing over, and she's going to be there for it. I think it's something to do with our parks. Not sure.
You'll have to tell her for me that Buster would be so proud that she's fighting for parks.
Yeah.
And to give him all the action, because Buster's all
Okay.
about action park. Yeah.
Give him hell.
Yeah, Buster would be so proud. I'll have to tell him.
What are you drinking?
I have wine. Cheers.
Wine. Cheers.
And water.
And water.
This turned into this. I don't know how it happened.
What's everybody have? Do they have hot chocolate or water or wine? Or
I know
what do you guys have?
Amanda has coffee all the time. So I know Amanda
Really?
has coffee. I had a little bit left over from the weekend and I didn't want it to go skunk, so thought I'd have a glass. It's funny though, we always seem to be on the same page with that. Usually if we're like, and we don't talk about it in advance.
No.
Yeah. And it just so happens usually we both decide like, okay, I'll have a beverage this evening or I'll have water.
Yeah, or I'll just keep sucking down this water.
Yeah.
Condo's drinking cockatoo venom.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to you. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That sounds really good. It's probably that green stuff that that what was that stuff called? The green stuff you had that Condo likes.
I don't know. But it sounds dangerous.
It was the liquor that he likes that was at your house.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew.
Midori, yeah, that's it. The green stuff that looks
like you call it nuclear.
Nuclear.
Looks like nuclear green.
Mountain Dew is kind of nuclear looking as well.
Yeah. Nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called, but you said it's real sweet.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's real good because it doesn't have a big alcohol taste or bite to it.
Yeah.
There's no burn.
See, that's bad for me because then it just tastes like candy and I'm like, oh, I'll just have this all night.
Yeah.
Oh. And hello, everybody.
Rebecca and Onni, the cockatoo's mom. This is Jennifer. Poke.
Yeah.
And she is Buster, the cockatoo's mom.
Yeah.
And tonight we had the idea, or Jennifer did, I can't remember who did, of talking
somebody
about.
Asked us in the comments.
Did they? Okay.
Amanda will probably remember when you bring up the topic.
Is it possible to take too much care of your bird, to over care for it? And that's the question I thought I'd discuss, because I think that can apply to any exotic animal.
Yes,
actually, because dogs and cats and ferrets, you can't give them too much attention.
And I keep pointing this out because I basically had someone trying to compare training a cat and a dog to parrots. There's domesticated to exotic. There's no comparison. There is not.
I mean, you
It's not a comparison.
Get a cat or something, or a dog, you can dress them up and they don't care. They love the attention. You can bring them to the vet a lot. They think it's, a big party to go out. They don't seem to get too stressed, a lot of them. So yeah, and it just doesn't seem like you can do too much to them.
Right.
But exotics are different. They're fragile and you kind of can overdo it sometimes.
Yeah, I was reading some of them and I feel like we're a little guilty on our side of some of this with Buster. because he's definitely overbonded with Ken. But at the same time, in fairness, cockatoos are very velcro-y type birds, and I do think they, on their own, overbond with their person.
Yeah.
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 So that's I don't know how to change that. You know what I mean? Because but a lot of
I
the
don't think
things
you can with cockatoos. I
mm,
really don't.
and a lot of the things that came up are things that concern me, like like if there was an emergency and Ken had to go away or he was hospitalized or got sick. I don't Buster is not good about eating with for me. Now I and
Ooh.
because I really try really hard to he has been letting me feed him a little bit of this like organic cereal with rice milk. But I try to work on that a lot because that's a concern of mine that if Ken was hurt or down and couldn't, that he wouldn't eat because he has to have supper with Ken. He will not eat if he doesn't.
See, I feel like other birds and other exotics, if you expose them socially, so everybody in the family kind of gets equal time, they get them used to them, get them used to feeding them and everything. That works. You don't have that kind of issue, but there's something about cockatoos
Mm-hmm. I
and some
agree.
of the other bird species. You
Mm-hmm.
can do that all you want. We did a thing where, all we all held him equal time. We all
Mhm.
took turns feeding them. And he's still, like you said, over bonded.
Yeah.
And
And, I don't know about Ani, and I know Ani was young and Buster was already an adult when we got him, but initially when he first came, he actually loved one of my daughters a lot. And then but he loved all of us. And he would eat for all of us and he would entertain all of us and then just 4 or 5 months in there was just this shift
hmm,
where he just went to Ken and that was it. And I don't know if that was, I know Ani was younger too, a baby.
Bonnie minus people in his life one by one.
Hmm.
It started with visitors. He
Yeah,
didn't want to go to them anymore. Okay. So then my best friend was cut out. Then it was I think it was Chet that was cut out. Then Sean was cut out. And I was kind of cut out. So he just
that's
I'm
about what
gonna put
Buster
you
did.
on TV if you don't stop. It's my husband again. Um He, he's got me all bamboozled right now. But yeah, he cut one person at a time over the process of a couple
Hmm.
years, no matter what we did, you
Yeah.
know?
Now I will say Buster does love strangers. He loves to meet new people. The issue is he gets overly excited and it will cause I my fear anyway is if they want to hold him, it'll cause a bite. Um, but that's one of the things with me if like something ever happened like to Ken, I
Yeah.
think he would have to be at like a zoo or something where he sees new people every day.
Mm,
Because I think that's the only way he would be okay.
yeah.
Because he's just so attached to Ken. Like there's just certain things that he he will only do for him. I mean, I manage him well. I know you manage Johnny
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
but that's
yeah.
all me. I mean, I know we're both like going to say the same thing. That's all we are doing. We are managing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the managing moms
The
of the
managing
cockatoo
mom.
craze.
Yeah, and that brings up as far as, some animals, it's good that we've had the internet grow and we've become so educated because it has saved lives.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not. Because you get so absorbed in the details of what is the best food, how many showers should they have? Should
Mm-hmm.
the list goes on and on and on, and, when do you give them a shower? What temperature do you give them a shower? Do you use anything in the shower?
Mm-hmm.
How long is the shower? I mean, there's a million questions just on each little care thing, and you can get absorbed in that, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
next thing you know, you're kinda losing being that, animal's friend or mother, and you've then become their vet and caretaker,
Here, yeah. That's how I
and
Buster
They
sees
don't
me
need
as the
that.
caretaker.
There's
Yeah.
vets that'll do that. They don't need that. They need, a mom,
Mhm.
best friend. That's what they need.
Mhm.
Number one for the best quality of life. So it's like it's kind of a trade-off, dude. You know,
Mhm.
it's kind of like too with safety. Also, Sonny, people will yell because we'll put Sonny in the car, my cockatiel, and he likes to ride on her arm or on a steering wheel. Well, of course, if we're in an accident, that's going to be deadly. But the alternative is to keep them in a gold cage of
Yeah.
safety.
Right.
And if it
There
were any other bird, I'd choose safety.
yeah.
But him, the car is so important. He'll even put his wings out like he's flying. To him, that is a big, big part of his quality of life.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off. I don't think there's a right or wrong in those cases.
Right.
I really don't. I just think it's up to you to make that decision.
Well, I mean, there is that trade-off at some time. I mean, I'm not suggesting going out there living that YOLO life and feeding them chocolate, and I'm not suggesting that at all. But at the same time, we are just trying to give them their best life. Because
Yeah.
really and truthfully, they weren't really meant to be in the position that they're in. They were meant to really be in the wild. But circumstances are as they are, and I think especially with littler ones, it's fine and great, and they adjust. But yeah, you've got to let them live too.
Yeah.
And he loves that, like you said, because even Percy does that. When I get them out in the morning, when the boys are having, like, I call it independent playtime in their cage in the morning, I put Percy on top of his big cage, and he flies around in that room. But he does that thing where he gets up and he spreads his wings and he like hunkers down. It's like he's kind of acting almost like I am just I am just the shizzle and a zizzle, or however they that word Snoop used to use. But
And you have to do alpha speech, alpha generation at Skibbity, and you have to say he's so Riz.
Oh, okay. My son says "skibbity" all the time.
Are
Yeah,
you serious?
yeah, he does. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't know what they mean. Um, but not to get off topic, I'll just tell you really quick. My daughter used to say all the time, "320, blaze it," and I, I was I didn't know it was actually 420 blaze it. And she told me for months, no, mom, it's 320 blaze it. And I believed her, and she was like lying to me. So I'm a little naive with those things now. And I don't, a lot of times they're saying things that's probably really bad. And I don't know it because
Yeah.
I'm not up with the times. But
Yeah, there's
yeah.
some of the there's more slang for the alpha generation than I've seen for any generation ever.
Mhm.
There's almost like whole dictionaries.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was one video of a college professor that in one of his teaching things came to the class and he decided to give his whole lecture in alpha language. And it was really amusing.
That's
Really.
funny. Yeah, that's
A
really
lot of the stuff they say means gross things too, so you have to be
yeah. See, and
careful.
I'm real prudish. I'm
Yeah.
kind of a prude. I just don't like here. Yeah, so
We have to be
yeah,
careful of the words that we say around our parrots. They're
yeah,
gonna be walking around going skibbity.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's I get on my kids all the time, especially with Earl, with because a lot of my kids do curse, and I'm like, you guys, you have to be and no news topics. And I'm very careful about TV where inappropriate words are used or even like racial slurs are used. You know, I have to be extremely careful because if they pop that off on a live, and that is not things that we say, but that
Yeah.
is around us everywhere in the news and a movie and so you have to be extremely careful. And I mean, Buster to me for a cockatoo, he has a very good vocabulary for a
Now
cockatoo.
that's something you can't over care for them because people don't realize that yeah, it can be funny for them to say slang terms. It can even be hilarious, like you hear Pebble,
Mhm. Yeah,
when
yeah,
she's saying the F word over and over.
over and
It is. It's
over.
hilarious, or Eric the
Mhm.
Legend does. But the problem, they came to them though saying those
Yeah,
words. They
so
didn't
did mine. Mhm.
teach them. And the problem with teaching your birds bad words is you're not going to have them forever. Either you're going to pass away, the large parrots, or
Mhm.
they're going to be handed down. The problem is if something happens and they have to be adopted out in some way, it narrows down the pool of who
Right.
can adopt them
Mhm.
drastically. It really does. People are fussy.
Yeah. Well,
So you're really doing them a disservice.
I did a little video of Earl. Earl loves to be read to. And he's very interactive. He tries to turn the page. He will kiss some of the pictures. Like I went in the video I have out today. I went in. I got him a couple new books at Goodwill, and I came in to show him. And when he saw me coming with that book, he came flying over to me. He literally loves to be read to, and it would be so cute to be able to take him to a school and let kids read to him. He would love
Yeah.
it. But then what if he pops off like, "Hey, you effing jerk," because he says things like that. And
Yeah.
so I
Or
can't.
his fart.
Yeah, his farts, which I don't feel like that's as inappropriate as, I mean, sixth graders would love that. But
Yeah.
I would love to be able to take him somewhere and allow kids to read to him, but I can't, because
No, there you go.
yeah. So, but I didn't teach him that. He came that way. Earl literally can use every curse word in its proper context, every single one. He knows how to use it in the appropriate way. Yeah. How it's used in human life. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point to bring out
I
because,
mean, can you bring him to the vet too much? I think so.
well, I don't think it's, oh, unless it's necessary, because I do know some, like, I mean, look at Coco. She has to because
To
she
live, she's gotta go all the
live.
time, yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be real stressful for her. But I know, like, when I take Earl, he shakes the entire time. It's very stressful for him. Um,
Yeah.
and he doesn't even always enjoy riding in the car. So, yes, I think you can overdo that. To be honest, I take them when they need to go. Buster goes more because he has to be clipped, and his nail,
Yeah.
he literally cuts Ken's skin. Um, but yeah, so that's.
We brought Tika in, to get nails cut and to just checkups,
Mhm.
and, she seemed fine, but then she kinda didn't seem fine. I wasn't picking up on the cues, and the vet told me. She said, "Yeah, don't come back unless, at this point, she's really sick." She goes, she's used to us and everything's fine. And now she's actually looking like she's getting stressed coming.
Mhm.
So and every animal's different. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
some dogs are just all over vets and wagging their tails, and show up. Others won't get out of the car. They're shaking,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. Yep. Um, my dogs do pretty good. Buddy didn't. He didn't like to go to the vet, but um, Bobo does real well. He no Bobo. I mean, it's dog speaking. He has to go more often because he had Lyme. Does he still, even though he's not sick now, he still has active Lyme. Like, he still tests positive for it, and he also had heartworms when we got him. So he was.
Oh, wow. And he
So
lived
he's.
through that?
Oh, yeah, yeah. He's been heartworm negative since he had the treatment. He
Hmm.
had 3 different strains of Lyme, and the one Lyme he still tests positive for. It's the area that he came from. All of my dogs have had Lyme, and it's, even though I always use the flea and tick meds, they just, they figure out a way around it, and no matter how hard you try in those specific areas, um, they get them. So my daughter actually lost her dog, her Bernice, because over time it can make their liver and kidney fail, and that's what happened to her. The Lyme
Ah.
ruined her kidneys. Yeah. So,
Mm.
yeah. Thankfully, parrots don't get things like that, but they do get parasites, diseases, and they bite really hard. Rebecca and I can testify. Oh goodness.
But it's easy to get lost with the internet and
Mhm.
focusing and obsessing on this little detail or that little detail. Am I doing this right? And and then can you join too many bird communities?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, on one hand, you're getting a big pool of information to compare. So you're not getting just one opinion. On the other hand, you're getting 20 opinions.
Yeah. Right.
So I mean, that's kind of hard. It's best to not just get one, opinion and all. But I wouldn't join tons of groups or anything. They're going to pull you all different directions, and that'll hurt the bird. It'll
The way
sense it
I look
yourself.
at groups now, what I mainly will join is groups that are private and smaller because
Ah,
I noticed. So I'm in several different types of groups, like frugal groups, um, cooking groups. Like I like things, budget meals. Like, I mean, I'm just in that mindset from raising a lot of kids. Um,
mm,
and I find that the bigger public ones are really, really rude. Uh, I personally, and I'm not speaking so much of YouTube, but just bird community in general. And I'm sure you remember too, back when there was a popular bird forum. It wasn't like this is pre Facebook or before Facebook had groups. There was a really popular bird forum. And even before I had birds, I joined that group to learn more about birds because I knew I wanted birds again someday. I find the bird community to be really kind of judgmental. I don't know if you've run into that, especially on like
mm,
the groups. But in that regard, though, I will say a lot of those large groups, the people that are the pointy fingers, they don't even have birds more than half the time. So that it's
mm.
fair to point that out as well. But I do find that those groups and stuff are very judgmental.
I
Uh,
found when I was at a symposium for ferrets, I was a speaker there, and I was sitting there talking to my editor and a couple of the other editors for different pet magazines about how ferret people can be like Nazis, telling you what to
mhm,
do, and if you do it wrong, you're terrible.
mhm,
You're going to kill your animal,
mhm,
and all this. And the editor of the Birds magazine was privy to both the ferrets and the Birds magazine. Even though she ran the birds, she contributed sometimes to the ferret magazine. She just laughed. And I said, "What?" She goes, "Out of all magazines I've done with small pets," she goes, "the bird community has to be the most
mhm.
judgmental and sometimes nastiest out of
Yeah.
everybody." I
Mhm.
said, "You're kidding me." She
Yeah.
goes, "Nope." I was like, "Wow, okay. I'll be
Yeah.
careful then." You
Yeah. And
know?
I think too, like in the bigger groups, I think there's a big shift where, like, we're in the United States, some are in Australia, the UK. And I do think there's like a divide that way too, because what works here may not work in Australia, or
Yeah.
you may be limited to certain resources in that regard or things that you can have. So I think, there's that's part of it because birds are widely universal. I mean, dogs are too, um, but yeah, I found that a
Yeah,
little.
different countries raise them different, and a good example is ferrets. You would think are just like a house cat or dog. They stay inside pretty much.
Hmm.
And you go to England or Australia, they're out in the gardens.
Yeah.
So they are outside a lot. They'll
Hmm.
even kind of play in the ponds and stuff. Well, if you've had a ferret in the house for its life, they're like a cat with water. That's just not happening. And
Hmm.
so, but we raise them so they go out and play outside for a little while. But everybody in England and everything, they have it so their ferrets are like half in and half out, and they romp around the gardens, and that's how they raise them, you
Mm,
know. And I'm sure they think we're like cruel, but it's
yeah,
just we like to baby them, and we're like, there's that quality of life thing where it's safer
yeah,
inside.
yeah, yeah.
So
Huh. They must not have hawks over there or something. Yeah,
they don't. England doesn't have a lot of the predators we do.
yeah, yeah.
They
That's
don't.
um.
And there's some diseases they don't have either, like it's rabies or something they don't have over there.
Really
Yeah,
lucky.
it's something really big and common and
Mm,
over here. And I don't know what it is, if it was rabies or what.
huh.
And
I know we have armadillos here. They carry leprosy. So, but I don't think you can like actually catch it from them. I can't remember. I looked it up one time. Um, but we have tons of armadillos here.
I'm trying to look it up if it is rabies.
While you're looking that up, I'll read the signs of overbonding.
Oh, okay.
There's there's five. The parrot exclusively wants to be with the primary caregiver, which I'm the primary caregiver, but that's who he's bonded to Ken. So that's a nick on us. It screams or shows distress when the caregiver is away. Buster cries when Ken sometimes when Ken's not home. It cannot be handled or fed by anyone else. It may bite the caregiver if they interact with another person or animal. Buster doesn't do that. He goes after me. The parrot only eats or drinks when the caregiver is present. Now, that's not the eating and drinking is not all the time, but sometimes. He even prefers Ken to hand feed him water and
Hmm.
ice. Yeah. So I have a lot of that. I'm sure you relate as well.
Well, Mr. Google or Mrs. Google says no, classical rabies is eradicated, considered absent from the UK in
Mm,
animals other than bats, it says. Really?
hmm.
Well, then it's not eradicated.
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna say,
thinking,
isn't
wait a
that
minute. Wait a minute
yeah.
here. Some UK bat species can carry a certain type of rabies, okay, which
Oh.
are viruses related to rabies. Okay. And it's different and people get it. If you were bitten or scratched by a bat, you should seek medical advice. Yeah, I guess you can get that kind of rabies from a bat, but it's a different kind of rabies. And as far as it being in any other animals or anything, it's not there.
Mhm. So if
Um,
we've missed any questions, I just realized I don't know if this is going on your end, but it's doing that thing again where if I don't refresh, I don't see new comments.
oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah. So, but it
Hmm.
looks like everybody's just kind of chatting about
Yeah.
animals and such.
Yeah,
So,
mine's moving. Jennifer, I texted you, but I'm not sure if the lady is still here.
oh, I missed it.
I guess so.
Oh, okay. Deborah.
Cafe Cafe Cat's got a number one crown.
Yeah. Yay, Kay. Um,
Yeah.
Somebody had commented her name was Deborah. She just recently lost her cockatoo. So Deborah, if you're still here, I'm so very sorry that you lost your teal. I know it's very hard to lose an animal. I
That's
recently
a
lost
big loss.
our dog. You know, we had him from 6 weeks old until 16 and a half months old. So it is extremely it's difficult.
What was his name?
Charlie, my little Charlie boy. Yeah. Yeah. We've lost. Well, we lost Buddy. He had the canine dementia, and then Daisy. She just passed away. I sh- she was extremely mistreated and was like half the size she should have been, and I think just the way that she had been. I mean, she was. I think she was 12, but anyway, we lost her, and then Charlie. We lost her. We've lost a lot of pets here, but I mean, we've had these pets for a long time, you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's not easy. It's hard.
I think it was Deborah that was it Deborah that said she lost her cockatiel?
Yeah, I don't know if
Um,
she's still on here.
yeah.
So, and I don't know why I didn't see your text, Amanda. I'll turn my phone on. Okay, I have my oh,
You, Conda.
condo stole the crown.
Condo.
Condo's the king.
Wow. Pamela Nora said she misses you all when you were coming back. Oh, and when am I coming back? Oh, I don't know. I can't just video Ani anymore. So I'm gonna do more pictures that comes up in the thing. And somebody sent us, most people know we're Philadelphia Eagles fans, and a fan sent you know how the Packers wear cheese heads? The fans wear wedges of cheese and they're called
Yeah.
cheese heads.
Mhm.
Somebody sent us a cheese head, but it's silver and it says Philadelphia cream cheese on it.
Cute. That's
And they
cute.
sent one for Ani too.
Oh, cute.
So I need to take pictures of that, maybe pictures of Scott wearing it. Or
Mhm.
something. I don't think Ani will let us put his little hat on or not. But
Yeah.
the only way I can take videos of him is when we take him out on trips.
Yeah.
So I just need to video, not be lazy and do that.
That's what I haven't been filming as much because I have to basically put the camera up and walk away from Buster to get him really to perform because he'll
Wow.
interact and stuff with me, but if he knows I'm holding the camera, that's pretty much it. Uh,
Wow.
and so a lot of times I have to put it up on the tripod, like the one I released today. I was doing making supper and cleaning up the kitchen and different little things, and they were playing in the room, and that's him and Earl were being really cute with each other, but that's pretty much how I have to film now, unless Ken's home, and then we can, he's always ready to do something with Ken. So
They
um,
make sunglasses with cameras in them. I have a pair.
I know. I've heard about those. Does it bother? Because I'm afraid it would bother my vision, or can you not? Are you
You
watching
afraid
the
that what?
Are you watching a video with your glasses, or is it just videoing
No,
with?
it's got a camera on it, just like if you had a GoPro on your body,
Okay, I have to
and
look.
they're on your glasses,
Okay,
and you can't see them. It's like a little hole, so you can't see the camera.
okay.
It's secret.
Well, part of that problem with that though is that Buster doesn't like when I wear my glasses
I
too.
got away with it for a little while with Ani, and then he got tired of it, and he was like, "No, I don't like those on your face."
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'll have to look into that and see if I can find a pair cheap. Um, uh,
they're not expensive.
yeah, that sounds interesting. I finally sold my GoPro. I just didn't use it enough, and
Really?
I'm not good at editing, and I've really tried. I've tried to use the YouTube Studio, and I almost need somebody like to go to a class or something. I'm just a
Hmm.
very like hands-on visual person. I think if somebody could show me, then I could do it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because I used to edit for photography, um, but yeah, I find it very overwhelming, and I'm not techie anyway. I just really am not, you know.
I
Uh,
edit well on a computer from cameras and things, but it's just so nice that you can take a quality video on your phone and right
mhm,
on your phone edit that video.
mhm,
Right there on the fly, you push one button, it's up on YouTube.
mhm. Yep.
So, but if I want anything that is detailed, anything that has a lot of editing, that had a lot of special effects or whatever, I have to do that on the computer. And I just really don't anymore because you can take such good videos on our phone
Mhm.
and upload them right away.
Yeah, there are tutorials, okay, but it just for me, I'm just very like I almost need somebody to sit with me and
It
show.
is really overwhelming to
Mhm.
first do it.
Well, they make it sound like YouTube Studio is so simple, and when I watch it, it looks so simple, but when I try to use it, it's like, that is not simple.
Yeah,
Yeah, um,
yeah, and you gotta imagine that's like just a fingernail's worth of what a real editing software on a computer is.
mhm, yeah, and they say iMovie, like, on your iPhone, because I have
Yes,
an
thank
iPhone,
you.
it's not easy.
I share my crowns with you.
I know, I was gonna start calling my I can't remember what I had come up with, um it was I had come up with a funny thing that I was gonna start naming my lives because it's turned into like a competition of who gets the crown.
Yeah.
So it's all in good fun though. All in
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
How come I don't remember them before?
hmm?
I don't remember them a
Well
while ago. The
no,
Purple
this is
Crown.
new. This is
Huh?
maybe a couple months. Uh,
Okay.
and all of a sudden it just started showing up. At first I didn't even know what it was. And I had
Yeah,
to like
I don't.
look it up. So
Hondo and, Dennis are, like, battling it out here.
Oh, did you get an see, again, I must be missing that. Um,
I'm afraid to touch the chat to go back and look at things because 'cause I'm afraid it'll do that thing where it'll
I
stop.
don't I can't go back, but it's not even going like, it's not keeping up. You know how usually it goes so fast, you can't
Yeah,
keep up?
yeah.
It's not doing that. Oh, you've been hyping me up? Oh, okay. Oh, hyping my videos, thank you. Um, yeah, they have a new thing too called hype, where you can if you can hype a video, and supposedly it's supposed to help like put it out there or whatever.
Wow.
You can only hype a channel 3 times a week. Well, that's not fair. You should be able to hype a video all you want.
Yeah,
Um, oh, cheers, Kay. She's got ice water.
ice water?
And thank
Cheers.
you, Dennis, for doing that. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen that option, but a lot of people have been telling me that. Um, so that's really cool. I'm all about the hype.
Yeah, I don't know how people keep their, Facebook accounts for their birds. Like, really do it to profit from it because it's complicated. I
Well,
was looking into that and I was like, "Oh, hell no."
I'll give you some tips on that. I actually am making a little bit, but the sad thing about that is that um, the fake pages are making way more than I am. So,
You're kidding.
mm-mm. I mean, there's a Buster the Cockatoo fake page that has almost 100,000 followers, and I have 55. And that's because I've been working really hard. So what I've been doing is doing a live or two a week over there. I don't stay on long. I don't stay on for hours because my loyalty is to YouTube, and not just because of
Yeah.
YouTube. My what Buster fans and family fans and all that, they are on our YouTube, and so that's where my loyalty lies. But in an effort to help, because honestly, they're not those two other or the three apps, but two apps is owned by one company and one app is by another. Those companies are not doing anything to help creators getting stolen videos, and they don't care to pay them because they're getting twice that much in the advertisements
I say.
and the
Yeah.
views. There's actually a channel I follow. Dementia and Alzheimer's is really near to my heart. My mother had Alzheimer's, and there's a channel, taking care of Granny, and she has dementia. And there's
Aw.
all kinds of copycat channels that are stealing their content, and it's just sickening. I had a YouTuber tell me that she was FaceTiming or something with somebody and she thought it was me and Ken. And I don't know how that. She said, no, the guy didn't look like Kim, but the lady looked a little bit like you. And she was sending them money. And then they somehow got into her Apple, what do you call the Apple Pay, and stole money out of her Apple Pay.
That's hideous.
It's just
Poor
ridiculous.
thing.
And a lot of this is happening not on the app we're on now, but
Mhm.
other apps. So yeah, it's a little bit out of hand. It's a
I
lot of
wonder how safe or unsafe Instagram is. Instagram's gotten real complicated. That's another thing.
mhm,
It used to be very, very, very simple,
mhm.
to I never got to be, like, partnered with them, but once you did it, the controls and all your options, it was so easy. There was just a few clicks here, a few clicks there.
Yeah,
Now it's wow.
yeah, yeah. I don't
It's like
post
a
on there much.
picture isn't enough anymore, you know?
Yeah. Well, and another thing I've been doing on Facebook is I'm posting some newer videos. Hey, Stardust, and I am doing that in an effort to show them that I'm the real page, and also in an effort like the little lives that I do really quick. I do that because I'm trying to show people like this is live right here, right now. So a fake page might be able to screen record my live and try to pretend like it's alive, but it says live right there. So um that's why I've been doing it.
Hmm,
Um, but my loyalty is here with the
mine
um
too.
mhm, yeah. But at the same time, a little bit of that can help towards, with herbs, medicines, and things like that. So I am spending a little bit of time, but not a lot of time. So yeah. But I pretty much on the other ones, I only post like old videos. So
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know how people keep up with all of these apps either. It's just hard pressed for me to post here and then go there, and so
Yeah,
usually
if you have a celebrity pet, I mean, technically, you're supposed to have the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, um, X, Twitter or whatever, and, I think I'm missing one,
TikTok.
TikTok.
Hmm.
You're supposed to that's just a few that
Yeah,
you're
there's
supposed to
little ones too,
you're
like
you
Reddit. My first stolen video was on Reddit, and they got 6 million views on a
wow.
video of Buster. So and a bunch of people donated money to it. Oh, Condo has a question for you, and it's a real question.
It's a real question.
He has an oxalotl question.
How
How long?
long can they be out of the aquarium? I have no idea. I know that it's perfectly safe to lift
Wrong.
them up out of the water, to examine them, um, to put them into another tub. I know that's safe. I'd be curious too. I know people have had them out by accident and they've been fine, but again, I don't know how long. I wouldn't be surprised if it was quite a while. And I've wondered if you bring them to the vet, does the vet examine them in the water or does he take them out to examine them? I've always wondered about that.
Here we go. I'm looking. An oxalotl can only stay out of water for a very short time. Um, and only if its skin stays moist does they require constant submersion for their gills and I can't permeable skin. I can't say. Prolonged exposure will cause dehydration and suffocation, which can quickly become fatal. They should be handled minimally and never left out of their aquatic environment for longer than it takes to moisten their skin.
Okay. So
Yeah.
there's not an exact time. Just don't let them dry up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a miserable death. That's like us drowning,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? Which I think would be very miserable um thing to do. So
Hermit crabs die. When,
Yeah.
you get hermit crabs from the seashore, you know, they never last long.
Mhm.
They actually need very specific care, I found out, because
Mhm.
I thought, "Oh, wouldn't it be fun to get Tika, our cockatoo, couple hermit crabs?" Because she loved pets, and
Mhm.
so we got her hermit crabs. We spent money on this stupid home and all the food and everything, got home, looked up their care, all of that was wrong, it was all bad, and that those, like, you know, $10 hermit crabs ended up costing us like $200 because then we had to go out and we had to get the tank and the heater and the special sand and water and the food
Yeah.
and the accessories and the thermometer and the light. You know, it was, they need a lot. If they don't have the exact right moisture, they actually have like little gills. And that humidity keeps them wet so they can breathe. If they don't have enough humidity, they slowly suffocate.
Yeah. Yeah. I Condo always makes me giggle. Um,
To make an antitoxin? Mm. So they're venomous?
I thought he was joking. Condo, when
He
you're
is.
serious,
He
you have to
is.
put
He
you're
is.
serious. Okay. I was gonna say when
He
you
is, Jen.
I just never know. Oh my. It's so funny.
I always want to scroll back and look at what I missed to answer questions and things. And like I said, I'm too scared to, because the past few times that I've done that, all of a sudden the chat stops moving at all. And I don't see chat after that the rest of the night. It stops rolling.
Yeah. Um Amanda's pretty good. She'll usually text me, and I think the reason I missed the first text from her is because I had my phone on silent. So, but now I have it on where I'm getting notifications. Normally they pop up on my computer, but so in order to, well, I guess I could turn my Bluetooth on it now because I can't use my headphones because they were acting weird. So um, yeah, that is like a lot of that is a lot of care. Like, or like
Yeah,
that would be terrifying.
that's why people buy them at the seashore, they bring them home, and they really don't last that long.
Hmm.
It's a very slow death, though. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know if they're talking about months or a year or
Hmm.
what, but yeah. So it's hard. They had to be misted. They had to have a certain humidity level in the aquarium. They had to have a certain temperature. They had to have a certain deep sand so they could get in there and properly shed.
Hmm.
Some of them, like, they die when they're shedding if
Yeah.
they don't have the proper setup.
Amanda,
All this
I love that
all this,
phrase,
and
Amanda.
we're
That's
like,
a very
"Tika, look
Appalachia
what we got
phrase.
you, Tika," and she's, like, standing on a table, and we put the crabs there, and the crabs are doing this, and she just kinda looked at them and then walked away.
That's
It's not funny. Oh my gosh, Scott yelled at me.
I thought about getting a small aquarium for like because I think Earl would like them the most. I think he would be interested the way that he's interested in books and things.
Yeah.
I think he would like it. But I'm afraid Buster would crack it. Like maybe crack like beak it and crack it.
Yeah.
And then it's just something else I have to take care of and clean, you know. Um Percy is a
I
uh,
overtook care of those things, had a little mister shower mister, and I'd hold them and I'd give them their little showers and
yeah. Oh,
oh, I
also,
took too much care of them.
yeah. Dennis, I did see your comment earlier. Earl's doing really well. He's getting a lot more used to the medication, so I still have to wrap him up like a burrito, but I I have a pretty good way of handling him now, and then he takes his medicine.
For
So,
anybody that's new, Earl's is Jennifer's African Gray,
yeah,
and he's being treated for what?
arthritis.
Arthritis,
He's
real bad
starting
arthritis.
he started plucking because of his pain, but he also so he's pretty his feet are very deformed. He came that way. So he already had issues But he's got, you know, it's pretty severe. His arthritis is, so yeah. But I do think that the meds are helping. I did kind of catch him today going up under his wing. That made me a little bit nervous. So I just try to redirect
How
when
much? How many is it? One syringe that you have to do,
he takes the gabapentin twice a day, and he takes another one that's like a pain reliever once a day.
and he'll do that.
I'd have to tell him. Um,
I tell Onni, and I'll
mhm.
even hold his head, and he's strong, and I'll put it in his mouth, and he'll hold it. He won't swallow it, and then all of a sudden he'll shake his head and sling the medicine out of his mouth.
Yeah. Now he was kind of doing that at first, but I always tell him like this is gonna make you feel better. This is gonna help you. But it's funny because he'll go, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" When I first like wrap him up like a burrito, he looks like a burrito.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he'll go, "What are
that's
you
how we
doing?"
did Onni. Then
Yeah,
if I hold his head like really long so he can't do that, he'll bite that syringe and he bites right through it.
yeah. Earl
So
does
I'm
bite
like,
the syringe.
damn it, I can't win. So I have all this good medicine, that helps him, and I can't give it to him.
Hmm.
I tried hiding it and different things, and somehow he can sense it. So
Um, I would never be able to towel Buster on my own. There's no way. So
yeah,
if he would need meds or something, it would have to be Ken. And Ken would probably just have to train him to take it. Um,
mm,
hey, you guys, we got about, I don't know, 6 or 8 more minutes. So if you guys
yeah,
have suggestions for our show in 2 weeks, drop those suggestions to us. Uh,
yes, please.
yeah. Um, oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people take that for it. Very interesting. Gabapentin was created for seizures, and then they found out that it helped with nerve pain. And
Nerve pain, yeah.
yeah, but it does seem to be helping him. Yeah.
And
Now I worry about it.
I don't know what the mechanism of action would be, but it does help some people with severe manic depression, bipolar.
Really, that one I
Yeah,
didn't know. Huh? Yeah.
I don't know how, but
Hmm.
sometimes they will. There's really good medications that have been released the past 2 years, and before things like Abilify came out and all, that was one of the things that they would put you on.
Oh, really? Hang on
So,
1 second. Sorry. Um, the boys get mad if I don't show them on camera. Come here. Um, but I didn't know that. That's interesting because I watched like
yeah.
this thing on. Come here, Bobo. You want everybody to say? You want to say hi, Bobies? Come here. Come on here. Come here, you big silly boy. Don't knock my tripod over. Hang on, Max. Oh, don't lick my face. Come here.
What is womanic depression? Womanic depression.
Come here.
Womanic
Bobo, come here.
depression.
Come on, everyone.
I
Say
don't know, you
hi.
define it, Condo.
There's the Bobos.
There's the Bobo.
That's the Bobos. Say hi, Bobos. He's working on his shake, aren't you, Bobo? You gonna shake? 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 All right, come here. Let Max come over here. Come here, Mackie. Come here, Big
How
Mac.
old is Bobo again?
He's a Great Dane standard poodle, but he's
How
not
old
as
is he?
big. Huh?
How old is he
He's
again?
4. He's 4.
Oh, he's good. He's still young.
Here's my Big Mac.
How old is Mac?
He's between 13 and 15. He's
Oh,
he's old.
yeah.
Um,
That's old for a big boy.
yeah, he's a Newfoundland standard poodle. He's my baby
The
poodle.
cat's funny.
He's big. He weighs like 140 pounds.
I have a new pet.
Huh?
I have a new pet.
You do?
Yeah.
Is it venomous?
N-
Oh, it reminds me of Sesame Street. What
huh?
was the name on Sesame Street? There was that little worm on Sesame Street.
There's his little face.
Neat.
We we get these worms for the dragon. He eats them, But the little girls, Nina and Zoe, got attached to that big one.
Oh.
So I don't know. Eventually, I don't know. He's going to have to, because I'm not going to keep buying food for it, because I don't even know how long they last.
Yeah.
And it'd be a waste if he died and then the dragon didn't get his worm.
Yeah.
But they play with it. They run around the house with it on their hand.
That's cute.
They take pictures of his little face, and I'm like,
That's
okay.
cute. That'd be a cute thing to do on like Instagram, you know.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Max.
good luck
Yeah.
getting through customs.
Yeah.
It's not venomous,
Not
so it
venomous.
should go through just fine.
Yeah.
Then we will not name it, Condo.
Yeah.
Will
Once
not
you name
name it.
you're in trouble once you name it.
Yeah, yeah. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Not
I
gonna let the
almost
little girls do that.
I almost had to chicken sit for my daughter. She's moving. And so where she was living, they came over last month and said, "Oh, we're selling the place. You have to move." And she has chickens. And she did find a place, and they're going to let her keep most of her chickens. But I was going to have to keep them here until Sunday, till they had told her yesterday, like they got to go tomorrow. But then she told me they called today and said you can keep them there till Sunday. So I almost had 20 chickens for the week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was gonna do it for her though, because a lot of those chickens she has, from egg to hatch, she's hatched them on her own in an incubator, and she's very close to a lot of them. So I was gonna do it, but I'm thankful she didn't have to, because that would have because they fight. You put them in at night, and then but
The chickens fight?
yeah, they peck in order. You ever heard the word peck in order?
Yeah.
That comes from chickens. They have a pecking order, um, but I mean they'd be fine. But at the same time, I'm just kind of glad, because it would be, and they're molting right now. They're in the molting season, and I have feathers all over my yard and everything.
Ours were just kind of feral on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
So they were never ever like enclosed in anything. They were
Yeah,
free to go in and out of the barn. So I guess that's why we never saw any kind of, fighting or
yeah.
pecking around or
So in Ohio, I could free range. I can't free range here. And just where I have like a small backyard where my dogs, even though I scoop pretty much every day, I wouldn't be comfortable. But we are going to try at some point when my grandson's done with his trampoline. Ken's going to make that like a yard where you like put grass seed in it, put a door on it for a week, and then open it, and you'll have all that grass.
yeah.
So we're gonna do that, but it is 8:30, and these guys got to go out. um,
Yeah.
but we'll come up with something. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Cheers,
Oh,
everybody.
your wine's gone.
It's all gone. Yeah,
Oh,
but I
you
have
beat me.
water. Um, but it was good to see everybody. Thank you for being here.
There. Now it's
You
gone.
guys like and subscribe to Rebecca's channel.
Okay.
So, yep. Bye, Rebecca. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.